Hey y'all, come paint this lavender and be with me. It is spring. Hey guys, thanks for joining. The purpose of this video is I have a big watercolor class tonight that I'm teaching in person. And oftentimes it can be chaotic and I can't get to everybody. And not everybody can see what I'm doing. So, I am going to have this available for people so that if they want to, just at their own table, they can go ahead and play this video and replay and all the things, just so they have it as a resource. Anyway, it's gonna be a lavender and a bee. All right. I forgot I needed fresh water because this is like my 20th take. Yeah, I don't love creating content necessarily. I'd rather just paint for funsies. It's still funsies. It's fun to share, you know. So I just drew this bee. A bee to me is almost like bean shaped with a seed shaped head and then a seed shaped eye. At least the side view. So if that helps you to remember that as a general guideline. I got some other dark color in here. I don't know what that's about. So I'm trying to lift it out a little bit. But anyway, so the bee is really the only thing I'm actually drawing. And for the rest of it, I am going in with some pretty wet paper. And the brush I'm using, it's a pretty inexpensive one from Michael's. It's just Artist Loft, because that's what I have for everybody tonight. And so I'm doing everything with this same brush. The paints are primarily American Journey, made in America, and I get them from Cheap Joe's. And just gonna go in while it's wet just to suggest some flowers in the background. And Cheap Joe's, he's getting up there in age, the store owner, and so anyway, I like them because he has contributed back to the community a lot. The community meaning like people in the States that need help. Shoot, I can't remember what state he lives in. It seems like Indiana, something like that. And he himself is a pretty great watercolor artist. And you can see some of his videos on YouTube. And I think her name is Judy. She's with Trader Joe's as well. She does like a quick art tip, like 2-minute videos on YouTube as well. She's super fun. And they're just good people. You know what I mean? So we are just going in with, this color is Royal Amethyst by American Journey. Then let's grab some Prussian blue. I cannot live without Prussian blue. Now, not all of my paper got wet. And so for some of this is going to be a little more defined than others. Some of it will still be a little fuzzy. It matters not. I really want some cool shapes in the background, just to add dimension and variety. I might even do, while it's wet-ish, some splattering. Oh my gosh, I'm so here for this. I'm loving it so far. And so this is essentially going to end up as background. Did I say that already? Probably. And obviously, it's not realism by any means. I'm not really here for the realism. I'm going to spray a little more towards the bottom. not like, I guess I like loose, more loose, not abstract. Abstract, I guess you can't really tell usually if it's an object, or I guess it's up to the interpreter, to the viewer, you know. For truly abstract art, I really prefer sort of loose art. I guess you could call this an abstract floral by the time we get done. Okay, I think this is pretty already. I don't know, I'm just playing around. Oh my goodness, okay, that's fun. I'm gonna go ahead and add, now this is a risk because I'm taking away some of the lightness. I like the light and bright, but just towards the center and just the lower parts, I do want a little bit of dark values in there already. You know, usually in watercolor you work from light to dark, but of course that's not real dark. I'm just making it kind of muddy, I guess. Anyway, that yellow is basically dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on the bee while the rest of it's drying. Just gonna draw that funky shape. Of course, there are all kinds of bees in all kinds of shapes, but if you need to remember like a general guideline, I'd say a bead, or sorry, a bean with a seed-shaped head. We all need our mental tips and tricks, right? Little things that help us out in life. And remember, you can always add darker. I feel like, you know, going in with starting out light and then adding darker, it lets you be more dimensional. It just feels like it's more of a 3D type of shape. I'm adding a little fuzzy wuzzy cute little bee, if there is such a thing. You know what? They are amazing though. We really need them. Okay, so I had a puddle right there and I didn't see it and didn't realize it. I'm going with it. It's like, maybe it's pollen. Maybe he's like giving himself a high pollen 5. High 5, baby. We found some pollen. We found some pollen here, baby. High 5. You gotta amuse yourself, you know. It just helps everything. And so whenever you're not totally sure about, or you don't want to be too bold about something like a bee leg or an antenna, you can do sort of dots and dashes. Almost like drawing with a paintbrush. Now, is that that's still wet? What the heck? That's all right. This is still wet too down here. Let me go in with a little bit of mustard color. Because it's kind of hard to get. That yellow, that first yellow I used is actually called Bumblebee Yellow. And this is Yellow Ochre Gold. You know what? Let's go in with, let's go ahead with the wings. Usually I kind of wait a little bit, but I think that yellow's pretty dry, and so is that black. And so I want to make sure that this is not too dark. And wings is definitely one of those things you just want to kind of suggest its presence, right? And watercolor does always dry lighter. So I think we're done there. Although that guy's got kind of a puddle in the end. You know, if you can draw a leaf, you can draw bee wings. If you can draw bee wings, you can draw a leaf. If you can draw a leaf and bee wings, you can draw flowers. I mean, you absolutely can. Skills transfer once you learn, you know, one object kind of a thing. So now that this is a little drier, this will be a little more of a defined lavender sprig, blossom, lavenders. I don't know. And I think I want to go in with some Prussian blue as well. My gosh, I just live for this color, you guys. Oh, cute. I love that color. You need some too, maybe. Now, you don't need to, you don't want to make all of your flowers the same, right? You want them different heights, different values, different widths. You don't want everything to be same. It just adds interest if there's a little more variety there. I'm so excited. It's finally spring here. Now here I am doing like the same width and everything, it seems like, without even thinking about it. Here, let's add something different. Let's go ahead actually and do like just a blossom of some kind. We don't have to decide what it is. Just add the suggestion of some petals. And there we go. Can really literally be any kind of undefined blob, you know. If we take some more pigment off the brush and get lighter and lighter paint, can add more background. Maybe learn when to stop if we ever grow up. I really tend to overwork. Now here, even though I've got olive on my olive green on my brush, I'm gonna do like the bottom of a flower with that. Like in the same way I did the blossoms, I mean, not just leaves, but why not? You know what? I'm not driving. Actually, I am. I do gotta drive later. Anyway. Just enjoy the process, man. And not every blossom has to have like a stem, a defined stem, and not every stem has to be the same color. But, I mean, you can just be free. That's the whole point of watercolor, I feel like. To be free, to have joy. Changed my mind. I am in awe, though, of some of the more realistic watercolor painters. Man, the patience and the talent. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Well, not just watercolor artists, but all kinds of artists out there. Just awesome. Okay. I just grabbed a bunch of Prussian blue. Going in full strength, baby. Because dang it, that color. Oh, yes, please. Let's do some more blobbity blobs. Time to splatter. Why is not everybody on the planet watercolor painting? My gosh, it's such great therapy. Let's do some foliage creatures out here. My goodness. Oh, happy little foliage. Am I right? Oh my goodness. I mean, if you want to stay loose, you could sort of grab the back, hold your paintbrush from the back of it, and it does help, I swear. Now, if I take this and just dip it in my water and then paper towel a little bit, then we've got automatically just a lighter. I think I picked up a little blue paint from the jar, my water jar, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about that. It gives you your off in the distance kind of ideals. Okay, so now that those antennas are kind of dry, I will go back in. Yeah, they're fully dry. And just so I can better define that, I don't know. Maybe I should, you know what? I should do like some yellow splatter there for pollen. You know what else you could do? You can go in, you can grab some of that bumblebee yellow, water it down pretty good. Let's see. And just do like some blur, some blurpity blur, whatever. Do whatever. Make it an ethereal watercolor, loose, fun painting. Just live, man. Oh, I just think that's so fun. Okay, that might be too far, Chris. Too far, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It'll dry lighter. Okay, I'm gonna go in and just kind of lift out an eye suggestion. Does that make sense? Just in the shape of a seed. So it's a seed-shaped head, and it's kind of a seed-shaped eye as well-ish. Just a little white highlight somewhere. You could also get a similar effect with just like a white pen or white colored pencil. Going back over that. I want some darker values, some places here. So I'm going in with neutral tint. I want a little bit darker here as well. So just mostly geared towards the bottoms of the blooms. call it good. I will splatter a little yellow right there, I think, after what I did on the antennas dries. Otherwise, I'd be right back where I started, or worse probably, because the water from the splatters would grab some of that and carry it. All right, what do you guys think? Have you guys painted some lavender yet? Are you guys so excited for spring and summer? Oh my gosh. I am so grateful for God's many wonderful creations just for us. It's amazing, isn't it? We are super blessed. Okay. Oh my gosh, more Prussian blue. Any excuse for Prussian blue, baby. All right, I gotta go. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. You gotta know when to fold them. When to put the brush down. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I just went to pick up some Prussian, or some yellow, and some blue is still on my brush. There we go. Yellow splatter. Oh my gosh. Happy painting. Have a great weekend.